And I am back, Shima girls. I am back as promised. And today we're going to be discussing natural hair and shrinkage. And why? Well, because one of the very first questions that was asked of me when I posted my Shima's Back breakout feature was, Shima, did you cut your hair? And I demonstrated for you in a new video that no, heck no, I didn't cut my hair. Now, if the people that asked me that question, you know, if they were familiar with natural hair and shrinkage. Now, again, when I say natural hair, for me, I am not 100% natural. I want to stress that. I am embracing my natural new growth. It's a day-by-day process for me. And I am having a great time embracing my natural new growth. I have left relaxers over 1 year and 6 months ago, and that's a very big step for me. So one more time, Shima is not 100% natural. I consider myself 50% natural, and the rest of this down here is relaxed hair. And no, I have not done the big chop. No, I have not done the little chop. No, I have not done any kind of chop. Okay, so I got that out the way. Now again, if the people that ask me that question, Shima, did you cut your hair? If they were familiar with natural hair and shrinkage, that question would have never, ever come up. Okay, and that's exactly what we're going to discuss today. Natural hair and shrinkage. Personally, as I was doing my research regarding natural hair and shrinkage, I had no idea that shrinkage was such a huge problem with a lot of our Black women. You know, those that have natural hair or just simply transitioning. I had no idea that shrinkage was such a huge issue, you know, for some of them. I'm not saying all of them, but for some of them, it is a huge issue, the shrinkage. Now, with that said, I do understand that going natural can be a huge challenge for some of us. But again, I had no idea that shrinkage, which, by the way, shrinkage is what natural hair would naturally do. It would shrink, you know, given its unique curl pattern. You know, I didn't know that shrinkage was frowned upon. And I feel that that has to change. And so, Shima girls, now that you know what shrinkage is, which is what natural hair naturally does, I hope that you are now understanding that when I was sporting my braid out, that was exactly what the natural part of our hair was doing. And by the way, this is not a braid out. This is a wash and go, you can say. Basically, again, I added my Shima hair repair shampoo, and I added my Shima hair repair leave-in conditioner, and then I took my Shima hairline cream, and I applied this baby throughout the natural part of my hair. And then I took my Shima oil with the spray nozzle. I personally put the spray nozzle because it's more easier for me. And then I spray some Shima oil throughout the rest of my hair, you know, the bulk part and the bottom part, which is relaxed. You know, after I did all that, I allowed it to air dry. So this is not a roller set today. This is my hair being air dry, okay? As well as it being moisturized with my Shima hairline cream and my Shima oil. So again, when I was sporting my braid out, that was exactly what the natural part of my hair was doing. It was not chemically treated, you know, as in relaxed. It was not straightened with flat irons, and it was not blow dried or any of that stuff, because it was 100% in its natural form. Again, each individual strand was back to its original curl pattern. Okay, all of this is the original curl pattern. There's a lot of brand new inches here. All right, so take a good look, ladies. All of this is Shima's natural curl pattern, her natural hair growing out over 1 year and 6 months of it. All right, and counting. So you see how it bulks up. You see how it shrinks. That's what natural hair does. Okay, that's what our natural hair does. It shrinks. It grows out like this. Instead of growing down, it grows out. All right, including my hair, it grows out. When I was relaxing it, it seemed to grow down because the strands were chemically treated. The chemicals, you know, they break the natural bonds in our hair. All right, but now this is the natural hair, the natural part that God himself gave to me, which I'm allowed to grow as long as humanly possible. So when something shrinks, it is going to, quote unquote, look shorter. And in the case of our hair, it just, quote unquote, looks shorter. All right, it's not short, it just looks short. And I'm sure you've seen a lot of natural hair ladies, you know, on YouTube or in real life. You know, they take a section of their natural hair and then they pull it down, you know, they pull it down just like this. All right, just a section of their natural hair, to show you that no, they did not cut their hair either. It is simply that their hair shrunk. Okay? It is simply that their hair shrunk. So all we got to do is pull it down to show you that it's just. And so again, ladies, it is simply that our hair shrinks due to its natural curl pattern. And it's as simple as that. It all has to do with the way our hair follicles are created, ladies. You know, those of us with tighter curl patterns, you know, the shrinkage will be more pronounced, you know, and again, look shorter because the curl pattern is more tighter. And you know, one way that I truly feel we can embrace our hair shrinkage, you know, is instead of working against our natural hair, we should be working with our natural hair. And that way, those of us who hate hair shrinkage will learn to get excited by our hair shrinkage because it will help enhance plenty of beautiful natural hairstyles. And there are plenty beautiful natural hairstyles out there. You're going to see how gorgeous those natural hairstyles are. And you can get creative with them, you know, by working with your natural hair. All right, instead of working against your natural hair. And speaking of benefits, here's another one. Did any of you Shima girls know that if you do have shrinkage, that basically represents how healthy your hair is? All right, that's what it's representing, the health of your hair. For example, Shima girls, let's say you straighten your hair bone straight using flat irons or using blow dryers, but yet afterwards your hair can go right back to its original natural curl pattern and have shrinkage. You know, after getting wet in the rain, for example, you know, your hair reverts back to its natural curl pattern. Well, that simply means that your hair was not damaged in the process of it being straightened. And therefore, it is still in a healthy state. Thank God, right? And if it didn't revert back to its natural state 100%, that simply means your hair suffers some minor to some major heat damage. Okay, so that depends on how severe the heat damage was. And this is why we also need to be educated on the correct methods of straightening natural hair textures. So let's get excited about hair shrinkage, ladies. It means our hair is healthy, very healthy. Now here's another reason why I think some black women fear shrinkage. And I'm going to talk about this. And that reason is, again, the conditioning, the mental conditioning. We have been conditioned for centuries that, you know, straight hair is the most beautiful. And when you really think about it, straight hair textures, that's just one of 4 types, or I believe 3 types of hair textures out there in the world. You know, that's according to certain hair charts. And that's why I don't go so much by hair charts, for the simple fact that I feel that it is way more diverse than that, especially when you went to race mixing, you know, like biracial hair and things like that. You know, that forms all kinds of different types of hair textures. And so just to put it out there, the 4 types of hair textures that the hair charts speak about, they are straight hair texture, there's wavy hair texture, there's curly hair texture, and there's kinky hair textures. And with that said, each of these 4 hair textures, they're very beautiful in their own unique and special ways. And with that said, each of these 4 hair textures require their own unique and special kind of hair care regimen so that they can remain beautiful and remain healthy. Okay, and remain manageable. They all require their own unique type of hair care regimen if those type of hair textures are to thrive. So no matter what type of hair texture you have to have the correct type of hair care regimen to keep it healthy, to keep it manageable, and to keep it beautiful. And bottom line, Shima girls, is this: hair shrinkage is natural for natural hair. Again, I'm not 100% natural, but I guess I am on my way because I have not, you know, relaxed my hair in so long. More than a year and 6 months. And shrinkage, it will never, ever be a problem again if we simply find ways to work with our natural hair instead of working against our natural hair. For example, Shima girls, back in the 70s, wasn't afros the big thing? You know, the afros, the Jackson 5, Pam Grier, you know, even Diana Ross sported some afros, you know, during her music career. And let me ask you something. Were those beautiful black women working against their natural hair? or were those beautiful black women working with their natural hair? Think about that. When they were sporting those beautiful afros, those beautiful big gorgeous afros, were those styles working against the natural curl pattern of their hair that God gave to them? Or were they working with the natural curl pattern of the hair that God gave to them? And remember, those afros were huge. Those afros were beautiful. And those afros were healthy. And again, nothing against straight hair, because I love straight hair. But we should learn to embrace our natural hair as well. Learn to keep it healthy and learn to not work against our natural curl pattern. Again, we're working with what God gave to us instead of against what God gave to us. And you see how diverse and wonderful black hair can be, Shima girls? Incredible. Well, Shima girls, again, thank you for staying tuned. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for learning with me. And I'll be seeing you very soon again. God bless.